the value of x. To do that, let's rewrite the given equation to be x plus 500 to the power of 3 equals to 20 minus x. Now moving this x to this left hand side, here I'm going to have x plus 500 to the power of 3 plus x equals to 20. Now I'm going to do something very interesting here. Here I have x plus 500 to the power of 3 plus x plus 500 equals to 20 plus 500. So what I did is to add 500 to both sides. So here we can have x plus 500 and another x plus 500. Next, I'm going to say let y to be equals to x plus 500. Let's take note of this equation. I'm going to call this equation star. So from the previous slide here, we call that I have x plus 500 to the power of 3. So this is going to be y cube plus y to be equals to 520. Now, I'm having a cubic equation. How can I break this cubic equation down? I'm going to apply a trick here. Here I have y to the power of 3 plus y equals to 520. Can be written as the multiples of 8, which is a to the power of 4. So which can be splitted as a to the power of 3 plus 8. This is done so that the left hand side and the right hand side can look alike. Yeah, this gives 520. And so here 520 is a to the power of 3 plus 8. Now, by proceeding from here, we're gonna have y cube plus y equal to a to the power of 3 plus 8. Now, collection of like terms. Here I can have y cube minus a to the power of 3 equals to 8 minus y. In fact, we can rewrite it by putting everything on the left hand side. So this is going to be y cube minus 8 cube plus y minus 8 equals to 0. Yes, this is neater this way. Now, but recall that when we have a cube minus b cube, this is the same thing as saying a minus b, a squared plus ab plus b squared. Now I'm going to apply this rule to solve this question. So here I'm going to have y minus 8 y squared plus 8y plus 64, and recall that we have y minus 8 here. Y minus 8 equals to 0. Now looking at this, we have y minus 8, we have y minus 8. We can factor it out. So here, by factoring out my y minus 8 in parentheses, so here I can have my y squared plus 8y plus 64 plus 1 equals to 0. Now we have y minus 8 y squared plus 8y plus 65 equals to 0. Now we can solve quadratically. And how can we solve this quadratically? Here we have y minus 8 equals to 0, y squared plus 8y plus 65 equals to 0. So my first solution is that y is equals to 8. This is the first solution I got. And my second solution here, I have y squared plus 8y I can decide to solve this using quadratic formula approach. Yes, solving this using quadratic formula approach should be the best way. But alternatively, here, I can break it down without using quadratic formula. Okay, so 65, I can break 65 down as 16 plus 49. So here, I'm going to have plus 16 plus 49 equals to 0. So here I have my y squared plus 8y plus 16 equals to negative 49. And this can be written as y squared plus 4y plus 4y plus 16 equals to negative 49. So in the next slide here, recall that our first solution is y equals to 8. And in the next solution here, we have y plus 4 squared equals to negative 49. Then what next do we do? You can decide to square root both sides so that we can get rid of this square. And here we can have y plus 4 equals to plus or minus 7i. I hope you understand what I did here on how I got my complex number. So here y is going to be negative 4 plus or minus 7i. Recall that before we got here, we've already heard that our y is equals to 500 plus x. This is what we did for us to get the value of y. Now, we're going to plug in because our objective is to solve for x. So here we have that our x is equal to y minus 500. Now let's plug in the value of y. Recall that our y is equals to 8 and also our y is this. Now for case 1, we have that in case 1, y is equals to 8. And remember that our x is y minus 500. That is, your x is 8 minus 500. So that means the first value for x is going to be negative 492. This is case 1. We have case 2. Also, we have x is y minus 500. And here, your y in this case is going to be negative 4 plus or minus 7i minus 500. So the second case for x is going to be negative 504 plus or minus 7i. So the two values for x is negative 492 and negative 504 plus or minus 7i. You can plug in this into the given equation to test if it is going to be equal. You can confirm this and let me know in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Bye.